I don't know if it's gonna sound bad to you, but I think it's important for you to hear just in case you need to do it. I have been taking time each day for 2 days now, let's be real, to go on long walks. And I've been finding little places around Las Vegas, which is where I live, to have beautiful nature walks. I've realized that my health has really been affected by being an entrepreneur for 24 years now, who just really cares. I've always cared deeply about trying to be perfect and trying to always do everything right, which is impossible. And it's affected my health. And when I was running the gyms, so many people had my cell phone number and they would call and they would text when there was an emergency. But really the emergency was something that a process or a system could have figured out. It didn't require me, but every time something would happen, my heart would leap into my chest and I'd be like, oh my goodness. And I would get stressed. And the gyms were open 7 days a week. So it was just nonstop. And then when I got out of the day-to-day operations of the gym and started my virtual assistant business, at the beginning it was just me. And so I was doing everything and I was taking on every type of client. We just survived the pandemic in the gyms. And so I really needed this business to work. I don't like to be in that position, but that's where I was. And so I was taking on just any clients. And you know what happens when you do that. And what happens is when you have non-ideal clients, things are just so hard, so hard. And now we have ideal clients. All of our clients are ideal clients and everything is just so much better. And if there's an emergency, we have a system for it. So there's no emergency in my business that should require me. Now, I like to be there emotionally because a lot of my clients are my friends. And so I like to be there as a friend if they need me, but I am not needed in the business for emergencies. I'm really not. And if there is something that needs me, that needs my specialness, something that's just inside my head, it means it's either not an ideal client or we're outside of our scope in some way and we just really need to stay inside our scope. And I did something yesterday that was really freeing, and I don't know if it's gonna sound bad to you, but I think it's important for you to hear just in case you need to do it. Somebody called me and they did the double dial thing where they called twice. And when I saw their name, I was and so they got through because they called twice. I have all notifications off on my phone. And I guess I had the call twice function available for anybody, not just family. And I was taking the day off because my grandpa passed away and because I've been nonstop traveling and I just needed the day off. And I saw this person's name come on my screen because they double dialed. And I was like, I have not had one positive, good phone call that made me feel good from this person. I don't think they're a bad person, but they just are very demanding and kind of bullying, although I allow them to be a bully. So yeah. So I didn't answer. They didn't leave a message, although my voicemail also kind of says, don't leave a message. It says, text me. And they didn't text. And I was like, I'm not calling them back. And there's nothing that this person can say that would be worth, there's nothing, I don't need anything from this person. And in the past, I have felt like I needed to keep this person happy. And so I felt like I needed to answer their phone call, if that makes sense. And so where I'm at right now in my life is usually I increase my standard of living to how much money I'm making. I've not done that this time around. The money that I'm making has increased from my different businesses, and I have not increased my standard of living. I have decreased my standard of living because I figured out that walks like this in beautiful places make me happier than just about anything. So why should I be spending money on things and trying to maintain a standard of living that makes it so that I have to take phone calls that I don't want to take? Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to have the kind of standard of living where I have to take phone calls I don't want to take, where I have to meet with people I don't want to meet with, and where I have to take on clients I don't want to take on. And so that felt extremely freeing. If that person needed me as a friend, they could have texted me what it was about, and I would have been there as a friend. But I'm pretty sure that whatever it was something my team could handle. First of all, if it was business. Second of all, if it wasn't business. I had a feeling like they were calling me to tell me who to vote for or something. I really had like that kind of feeling. I didn't have a good feeling. And so I have to admit, I was a little bit curious throughout the day of what they actually wanted, but I feel so incredibly empowered. And like I said, they didn't leave a voicemail or text. I have no idea what they wanted. And I mean, for all I know, they could have been expressing something about my grandpa dying. They could have been. You never know. I believe in the good side of people, but I think it's an important lesson when you make somebody feel bad. You might just think that, oh, I'm a direct person or whatever, but when you make somebody feel bad, and again, I need to take responsibility. I'm the only one who can allow somebody to make me feel bad. I know that, but people remember the way you make them feel. And I just want to be the kind of person that if I call, you want to pick up the phone because I always make you feel good. I think I am that kind of person, but it's a good intention if I'm not in somebody's life. It's a good intention to be that kind of person. And so I'm out here. It's absolutely beautiful. I've had a couple days of rest, which feels incredible. And I feel aligned. I've kind of figured out that nobody has it figured out. And so we can all just be. And I'm still enjoying my moments is the thing that I'm going for, and keeping myself healthy and happy. And I think I'm going to be saying no to a lot of commitments this year and taking stock of the things I say yes to and how did that make me feel. I think I have collected the information. I think I've done the things I needed to do to know how to at least navigate the next couple years of my life. So what I'm saying is I don't think I need any more conferences, groups. I think it's time for me to live instead of getting together and strategizing about living. Although that's fun too. I really enjoy them. I hope you've gotten out to walk. I hope you've enjoyed your day like I've enjoyed mine. We'd love to hear your thoughts on boundaries and on setting up your life and your business to where you enjoy the phone calls you take and to where there's a system for every emergency that your team handles during their work hours so that you don't have to handle emergencies on your personal cell phone, not during your work hours. There hasn't been an emergency in a long time. And if there's a real emergency, it's like call 911, right? Not me.